You know the feeling when you win the lottery, a lottery or a prize, a sweepstake, a contest at a grocery store, or something you got in the mail, or a sales competition in your office. The same thrill you get when you run a race or play a game, a soccer game, a football game, and everybody says, win, I won, I want to win. Why do you want to win? Why do you want to win? It's the purpose of the exercise to win. To win what? Against what? Against who? Why? What is the benefit? Is it the pride and the ego to know that you beat someone? Why would that matter, that you beat someone? You feel better about yourself because you're taller than someone? You feel better about yourself because you threw a ball further, kicked it faster, caught it than someone? And your joy and your pride is against someone. But the righteousness of Adonai, of God, how could you feel better being such a flawed human who loves God so little, obeys him so rarely, and hears him almost never? For that is not the race that you are in that makes you feel the desire to win. But it's when you hit a ball. It's easier to hit a ball, to catch it, to run with it, to throw it, to putt it on a golf course, than it is to hear the voice of God. It's easier to overcome another man in a war, on a sports field, or on a battlefield, than it is to overcome the man within yourself, the sin within you, the doubt, the disbelief, the unbelief. So therefore, you have a need to feel that you're more than what you are, better than what you are. So you go and you compete with something that is like what you are or less than what you are. That will make you feel victorious and big, good about yourself. Now you have a reason to go and celebrate or not. If you lose, well, something less than you or just like you has won. And then you get depressed because you should have won. Why didn't you win? He was bigger. He was faster. She was prettier. He was stronger. He had more money. Well, he had better connections. Well, her father's the mayor. That's why. He was wearing better shoes. She had a better education. The measure is none of that. And yet, it's easy pickings. And so therefore, we run to these things that train us to feel good about competing against something that isn't good at all. Are you in another category where you see someone better than you, who really is, more knowledgeable than you, who really are? And instead of learning from them and wanting to learn, you want to beat them. I want to prove I'm better, I'm richer. So you compete in covetousness and envy and in jealousy. Why, they wrote a song that's great. I'll write a better song. They painted a picture that's awesome. I'll paint a better one. I'll show them I can do what he did. And you're not trying to imitate them because you recognize you need to be better. It's to compete, to make yourself feel better. You really don't want to be better. You just want to beat that person because they are better than you in that regard. They're faster. They're wiser. They're wealthier. They're stronger. And now it really isn't about you improving yourself. It's about you competing against that person to demean that person. And oftentimes, you're always right. The jealousy and the enviousness that comes from that. You don't really want to improve and be like God. You're coveting, full of hate and bitterness. Why are you in the game? Why are you playing that ball? Why are you even reading the scripture? Are you competing? Shaking your fist at God or at the priest, at the teacher, at the rabbi? Why? Is it out of love that you do what they do? It is out of love and growth? Or is it out of competition with the wrong thing? Why are you in the game and why are you playing? To love God, to love Adonai is enough. And to be better than that wicked stuff that's in you is the victory. Whether anyone recognizes it or not, because God does and God knows. Do you wake up with that joy, go to bed with that joy of knowing, I spoke better today. I loved better today. I lived better today. I endured better today. And I deferred my glory to someone else and praised another man and not myself. I lifted up someone today. I sacrificed today. Do you feel the victory of that? Because that truly is where you win. That's where you win. And the glory of Lord is magnified and seen. Not just in a ritual, not just putting on a tefillin, not just wearing, you Christians, a cross around your neck, not just a kippah, definitely, or a tzitzit or a robe. It is more than that, because even the wicked can pretend and do all of that and miss everything. Something to think about. But more than think about it, do something about it.